Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the show where the aim of the game is to avoid the obvious answers and find the obscure ones. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Lewis, and this is Adam, and we're friends, and we're both from South London.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Catherine. This is Lisa. I live in Glasgow, and Lisa's from Perth.
Couple number three.
Hello, I'm Dave from Essex, and this is my friend Matt from East London.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Manny. This is my best friend Asia, and we're from Birmingham.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you all very much indeed. A very warm welcome to the show. Lovely to have you here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce, not waving, but frowning. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Afternoon, everybody. Welcome along. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Are you well?
Yes, I am. Thank you. Very well.
Excellent. Now, we've only got one returning pair from the last show, Dave and Matt. Same podium as well.
Yeah.
But lovely to have them back. They got knocked out very early on last time because we gave them questions on science. Listen, we'll try not to repeat that again because we don't really like having questions on science either, really.
Not really.
It's very hard for us to fill in the board. But welcome to three new pairs. Lovely to have you all here. Listen, the possibilities are endless. I mean, not endless, because we've got to finish before the news, but the possibilities are finite but varied.
Exactly. OK, now here's news. Nikki and Annabelle went through to the final last time. Did they win the jackpot? No, they didn't. So we're adding another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £3,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. It will always be the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated, so your way to avoid being eliminated, therefore, is to keep your scores low. Best of luck with that. We're going to start with round one, I think. The category for round one is country names. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going to go first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many countries that have their initial letters repeated elsewhere in their names as they could. Richard?
Yeah, simply looking for any country in the world which has the first letter of its name also somewhere else in its name as well. As always, by country, we mean a sovereign state that's a member of the UN in its own right.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Adam, welcome to Pointless. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Adam.
I'm a musician, so I play drums, piano, guitar, singing, a bit of everything.
Are you a musician for hire?
Yeah, so I'm mostly a session musician in terms of earning money, but I have my own band, which I write and play a lot of music with.
That's a very exciting job, session musician, because, I mean, your job is you come in, you got to start on the downbeat of whatever, 10 o'clock or whatever, and you're... Here's a fun question. How many singles that we know have you played on?
Probably none. But as of yet, I'd like to think.
As yet. Great fun. OK, now, Adam, what are you going to go for?
I think I'm going to go for Timor-Leste.
Timor-Leste. Timor-Leste, says Adam. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for that. It's right. And it's a pointless answer. Very, very well done indeed, Adam. That's fantastic. That adds £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £3,250. It scores you nothing, gets the show off to a rollicking start, and also, I hope, inspires everyone else to find a pointless answer too.
Yeah, absolutely beautifully done. Well done, Timor-Leste. We used to call it East Timor, but Timor-Leste.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, back in the old days, which would have been an incorrect answer in this round.
Yeah.
Became a sovereign state in 2002, was the first new nation of the 21st century, Timor-Leste.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And now, Lisa, welcome. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Lisa.
Well, my name's Lisa. I work in an insurance company in Perth, and in my spare time, I like to tap dance.
How long have you been tap dancing, Lisa?
I've been tap dancing for 43 years.
So you're really quite good?
No, I'm not, but thank you for saying that.
But you're very experienced?
I'm very experienced, yes.
How many pairs of tap shoes do you own?
I think I've maybe got 3 pairs at the moment.
According to comfort, or are they different types of tap?
They are different taps, but they're different colours.
You are good. I knew you'd be good if you have 3 different types of tap shoes.
I have a red sparkly pair, which are very
A red
nice.
sparkly
Yes.
pair for an evening tap.
Yes, absolutely.
A hot tap and a cold tap.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Now, Lisa, what are you going to go for?
I am going to go for Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan. This is fun. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. done indeed. It's a great score. Three for Azerbaijan.
This is beautiful stuff so far, isn't it? Azerbaijan, it's got 2 extra A's after the first A. It's really wrecking it.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Matt, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Remind us all about yourself, Matt.
I live in Chingford in East London, and I work as a client care manager in the construction industry. So that means my team are responsible for new build properties, any sort of teething problems that come to light in the first year after being completed.
Is your team working just mainly in that area, or do you work all over the country?
Mainly in London, with residential properties in London.
OK, that's fun. Now, Matt, what would you like to go for?
I've had a few rattling around my head. I'm going to go for Armenia.
Armenia,
Yeah.
says Matt. Let's see how many of our 100 said Armenia. Armenia is right. Well, our high score is 3, our low score is nothing. 4 for Armenia. It's all very good.
Yeah, it became independent from the Soviet Union in 1991, Armenia, sort of tucked just underneath where the old Soviet Union was.
OK, now, Asia, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm currently in my second year of university studying classics.
Are you loving it?
I am, yeah. I'm really enjoying it.
Very good indeed. And what are you enjoying when you're not studying?
I do comedy.
Very
On
good.
the side, some improv, some sketch, some stand-up. I dabble.
You dabble, but
I
improv.
like the way you put a question mark after comedy there as well. That's very self-effacing.
Wonderful. OK, now, Asia, what are you going to go for? Countries with an initial letter that comes back somewhere in its name.
Okay. I was kind of hoping there would be more points at this point. I'm going to go for Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago, says Asia. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Down it goes to 2. Very well done indeed. Very impressive first pass, I have to say.
Yeah, well played, Asia. That's the lowest scoring first pass I can remember for a long time. Yeah, Trinidad and Tobago, that's not even hiding its second T, is it?
No.
You know, it's kind of front and centre, but
Absolutely.
yeah. It's lovely when people play it well.
Yeah, beautiful
I mean, it's
sight.
fun when people play it badly, don't get me wrong. So that's why you've been a disappointment in that regard, but also nice to see it played well.
Always nice. Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're about to come back down the line, but let's not do that until we've just saluted Adam and Lewis and consoled Dave and Matt over their score of 4. But Dave, you can turn that all around in the next pass, which I have no doubt you will. We're going to come back down the line. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, now then, Manny, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I am a second-year history and Spanish student at the University of Edinburgh.
Second year there, so you'll be taking the next year out. Is that right? Is that how it works?
Yes. So I'll be going to a Spanish-speaking country, and I can either go to university.
Let's not say any countries. Whoa, that's normally my trick.
I can't steal your job.
No. Well, you very easily
go on,
could,
go on.
But if it's a 4-year undergraduate course in Edinburgh, if you take a year out, does that mean your course is a 5-year course then?
No,
or?
it's still 4 years. We're just language students are just competent.
Nice. Nice. I like that. Well, also, language students know lots about countries with repeated letters in their names.
That is so true.
What would you like to go for? Oh, by the way, your target is 1 or less.
I believe in myself. I think it is worth taking a risk this time. I know you guys like risks. So I think I'm going to go for Eritrea.
That's a nice way of saying it as well. Eritrea or Eritrea or
There you
whatever,
go.
but Eritrea. But yeah, here is your red line, right at the bottom of the column. Let's see what happens when we say Eritrea. Eritrea is right. Oh. Oh, goes down to 1. It's exactly what we needed from you. Takes your total up to 3. Very well done indeed. You are in round 2.
Well played, Manny. So we've had 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 so far have been the scores. Very impressive. Yeah, it's on the Red Sea, Eritrea, and its name means land of the Red Sea.
Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Dave, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Dave.
Hello, I'm a train station supervisor in Essex.
But what's happening in the station today?
In the station today,
Yeah, I mean, you've left the place. I mean, it's just in
I'm
chaos, I should
absolutely
think.
certain they can more than cope without me.
Really?
Probably not.
I
no.
hope not too well.
Do you ever do the announcements, Dave?
I do the announcements.
Oh,
yes.
do you put on a slightly different voice? Or have you got an announcement voice or
I
not?
have been known to do that. Yes.
Do us a voice.
No chance.
I once tried to make myself learn how to do an announcement like someone doing it over a tannoy. Like that.
That's really good. That's really
I've never
good.
found a use for it
really
till
good.
now. What about that?
That's
there we
great.
are. Ah, good. Okay, now, Dave, there you are on 4, which means we have to get... I mean, you're the high scorers. We need a low score from you here.
Right, I'm going to have to go with a risky one then, but I think it is One Nation, Antigua and Barbuda.
Antigua and Barbuda. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Antigua and Barbuda. No red line for you. You're the high scorer. It's very good. Scores you 1. Takes your total up to 5. Oh, this is very close indeed.
This is listen, whoever gets knocked out in this round is going to be very unfortunate. Yep, begins with A. It's got 4 more A's in its name as well.
Amazing.
That must be close to our record.
Must be.
Surely.
Yeah,
5
surely.
A's.
Come on.
How about that? It's like your A-level results.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. Catherine, welcome to Point. It's lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I work for a housing association, and in my spare time, I play badminton and I go hill walking.
That's very nice. Do you, have you done the Munros? That seems to be the thing everyone does.
Yeah, I have got sucked into that a bit, so I've done some of them.
How many are there?
282.
And you've done?
245.
Oh, you really have done your Munros. Wow. What's the traditional way of celebrating when you've done all your Munros? There must be something that everyone does.
I think you would have something to drink at the top and then a lot more to drink once you get back to the bottom.
Very much like pretty much every other celebration. There we are. OK, so, Catherine, you're on 3. We're looking for a score of 1 or less from you.
Equatorial Guinea.
Equatorial Guinea. Here is your red line. OK, let's see. How many of our 100 people said Equatorial Guinea? Sometimes this is a very, very low score answer. There we are. It goes down to 2, which takes your total up to 5. We now have joint high scorers. We could be looking for those monks.
It could be. It's amazing stuff. Very well done, everybody.
Yeah.
Home of the Goliath frog, Equatorial Guinea, the largest frog in the world.
Yeah.
It builds its own ponds and it can move stones for up to 2 kilos.
Amazing.
All by itself.
Yeah. But if you have the David fly, that is fatal to the Goliath frog.
Goliath frog, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much. Now, Lewis, welcome.
Hi.
Tell us all about yourself, Lewis.
So I'm a musician too. Saxophone's my main instrument. I play.
So, but I imagine if you play saxophone, you play all wind, do you?
Yeah, because you're
Bit of
made
clarinet?
to play clarinet and
Bit of flute?
Flute's my worst one, but.
So how often, I just want to know, do you have an agent that sorts out session work for you? Is that what happens?
It's mostly been through like word of mouth and kind of recommendation and friends and kind of things like that.
That's such a fun job, though. That's really. I mean, I hope. Do you enjoy it as much as?
I love
as,
performing. I love playing, and it's.
Because it is. I mean, I remember watching a session, an orchestra coming into play, and they're just so professional. They've got their scores. They haven't even opened them at sort of 5 to 10. They're already in tune. Then they open the scores and they just play it in like 2 takes. The whole thing is amazing. It's a wonder. You are brilliant. That's very, very clever.
Try.
Great job. Now, you're on nothing at the moment, which means a target of 4. 4 or less. You're into round 2.
I've got to take a risk, I guess. So I'm going to go for Albania.
Albania. Here is your red line. What happens when we say Albania? Is right. Oh, bad luck. 14 for Albania. I'm sorry, Lewis. That takes your total up to 14.
Yeah, really unlucky. Getting knocked out in round 1 with 14 points is very, very harsh indeed, but brilliant playing from everybody there. There's 8 pointless answers here. In fact, there's only 3 answers that scored 1, and we've had 2 of them already, Antigua and Barbuda and Eritrea. Solomon Islands was the other 1-pointer. And here are your pointless answers. This one hasn't been a pointless answer for a while. Central African Republic.
Oh, welcome back.
Always used to be.
CAR.
Always say Central African Republic. Hasn't been pointless for a long time. Czechia. There's a pointless answer, North Macedonia. A couple of new names for countries there.
Good.
St Kitts and Nevis, our old friend St Vincent and the Grenadines. Great name for a band, by the way, guys. If as session musicians you ever want to put together a supergroup, St Vincent and the Grenadines. It's a good name. Tajikistan. Two others. There's Timor-Leste, we heard already from Adam, and Turkmenistan. Very well done if you said any of those at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So we find ourselves at the end of our first round, which means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, Lewis and Adam. As Richard said, 14, that's an amazing score. Ludicrously low. Anyway, you'll be back next time, and I have every faith you will thrive. For now, thank you very much indeed, Lewis and Adam. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it is now time for round 2. Congratulations, all of you, on a phenomenal low-scoring round. That was really impressive. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is famous people. Can you all decide in your pairs who wants to go first, who wants to go second, and whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns famous Franks. Richard.
Yeah, 6 clues to famous Franks on both boards, but who is the least famous Frank of all? Trying to think of 12 Franks.
I'm trying to think of 3 Franks. But they'll come.
I've got a couple.
Oh, yeah, they're falling now. Here they come. Yeah, oh, in a wave. OK, let's reveal our first board of 6 famous Franks. And we have got US musician and satirist who released over 50 albums, both as a solo artist and with his band, the Mothers of Invention. Canadian-born US architect awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016 by Barack Obama. Former Chelsea FC midfielder who began managing the club's first team in 2019. Con man and imposter portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio in the 2002 film Catch Me If You Can. British boxer who defeated Oliver McCall to win the WBC World Heavyweight title in 1995. And US inventor who designed the modern ice resurfacing machine, now often seen on ice rinks. I'll read those again. US musician and satirist who released over 50 albums, both as a solo artist and with his band, the Mothers of Invention. Canadian-born US architect awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016 by Barack Obama. Former Chelsea FC midfielder who began managing the club's first team in 2019. Con man and imposter portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio in the 2002 film Catch Me If You Can. British boxer who defeated Oliver McCall to win the WBC World Heavyweight title in 1995. And US inventor who designed the modern ice resurfacing machine, now often seen on ice rinks. There we are. Catherine, whole load of Franks.
I have watched Catch Me If You Can, but I can't think what that is at all. I'm going to have to go for the Chelsea one, Frank Lampard.
Frank Lampard, says Catherine. Let's see how many of our 100 went for Frank Lampard. Lampard is right. Goes down to 68.
So there's more Franks than you think, aren't there?
There are.
It's like France in the 1980s.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much indeed. Dave.
It's a tough one.
It is tough.
I think I know a few of them. I'm going to be risky, I think.
Good.
I'm going to go with the bottom one, US inventor. I'm hoping it's a Zamboni, so Frank Zamboni.
Frank Zamboni, says Dave. I hope so too. Let's see if it is Frank Zamboni. It is Zamboni. Very well done indeed, Dave. Oh, down to 10. That's a great score.
Very well played, yes. Ice hockey fans know the Zamboni machine. His family used to have an ice-making business, and they obviously started losing money when refrigeration units came out, so he diversified, and diversified rather successfully.
That's just brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Richard, now then, Manny, this board's all yours.
That's great.
Do you want to talk us through it?
So I think I might know the first 2. I'm not 100% sure about either of them. I think the first one might be Frank Ocean, and the second one, Frank Gehry. The other 2 I don't know, but I think I'm going to go for the top one as Frank Ocean.
OK, Frank Ocean, says Manny. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Frank Ocean. Oh, Manny, I'm sorry. I'm afraid not Frank Ocean. That scores you 100 points.
Oh.
Sorry, Manny, not Frank Ocean. It's Frank Zappa is the answer to the top one. It would have scored you 30. I'll tell you the best answer on the board. It's the second one, and it's Frank Gehry. Exactly as you said, would have scored you 1 point.
Oh, no.
Yeah, would have been a terrific answer. I'm very, very sorry about that. The con man and imposter, lots of us have seen the film. Frank Abagnale, or Abagnale, would have scored you 14, and the boxer, Frank Bruno. And he would have scored 57. So Frank Gehry, best answer on the board. Well done if you said that at home.
Oh, thank you very much indeed. Commiserations, Manny. That's annoying. Anyway, there you are. High score of 100. Low scorers, Dave and Matt. Not bad, Catherine and Lisa. OK, we can come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? 6 more Franks, like a franking machine here. Here they come. Author who won a Pulitzer Prize in 1997 for Angela's Ashes. Comedian who began hosting the BBC show Room 101 in 2012. Director of the films Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and Mr. Deeds Goes to Town. British-Australian singer whose UK #1 hits include 1962's I Remember You. Labour MP who ran unsuccessfully for Mayor of London in 2000. And singer and actor who won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his role in From Here to Eternity. And here they are one more time. Author who won a Pulitzer Prize in 1997 for Angela's Ashes. Comedian who began hosting the BBC show Room 101 in 2012. Director of the films Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and Mr. Deeds Goes to Town. British-Australian singer whose UK #1 hits include 1962's I Remember You. Labour MP who ran unsuccessfully for Mayor of London in 2000. And singer and actor who won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his role in From Here to Eternity. Now, Asia, this board, lovely, whole, clean, fresh board of Franks there. You're our high scorers at the moment. Let's see if we can get a lovely low score.
We'll see. I think I only know one, and I don't think I know it. So I'm just going to say a name. Comedian who began hosting the BBC show, Frankie Boyle.
OK, let's see. No red line for you. You're the high scorers. Is Frankie Boyle right? No, I'm sorry. Scores you 100 points. Takes your total up to 200.
Well, he is a comedian. And listen, if you're going to go out, then 200 is the way to go, I think.
Yeah.
And at least you're both equally to blame, which is nice. Which is nice for the journey home. That's all.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Matt, just to put you in the picture here, you are in the head-to-head.
Likewise, I was struggling, and when the second answer was picked, my heart sank a little bit. But I'm going to go for the comedian as Frank Skinner.
Frank Skinner, says Matt. Let's see how many of our 100 said Frank Skinner. No red line. You're already through. Frank Skinner's right. Down he goes to 58, taking your total up to 68.
Very nicely done. It's a relief, isn't it? Yeah, it wasn't born a Frank, who's a Christopher Collins.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, now, Lisa. There you are. On 68, you're also through to the next round. Doesn't matter what you score. Do you want to talk us through the board?
I think I know 2. The bottom one is Frank Sinatra, but I'm going to go for the top one with Angela's Ashes as Frank McCourt.
Frank McCourt, says Lisa. No red line. You're already through. How many people said Frank McCourt? That's a good answer. Very well done indeed. 12, taking your total up to a nice round 80.
Yeah, well played. Lisa, let's fill in the rest of this board, shall we? You are right about Frank Sinatra, of course, probably the most famous Frank of all down the bottom there. The clue was a harder one, so he only scored 29. Now, the director of the films, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, etc., Frank Capra, scored you 7. The singer, this sort of yodeling singer, Frank Ifield, scored a slightly baffling 33 points. One of those anomalies we have every now and again.
Yeah.
I know he was famous at a time, but he's not 33 famous.
33 famous?
With respect. He's not more famous than Frank Sinatra, I would say. And the Labour MP who ran unsuccessfully for Mayor of London?
Frank Dobson.
Frank Dobson, yeah. Would have scored you 8 points. I suspect some people at home might have said Frank Field. And yeah. I suspect that only because that's what I thought. But of course it was Frank Dobson.
Thank you very much indeed. So at the end of our second round, the pair who are heading home with their high score of 200, I'm afraid, Manny and Asia, it is you. You'll be back next time, though. We'll see you then. Look forward to it very much. But meantime, thank you very much for playing, Asia and Manny. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it is now time for a head-to-head. Congratulations, Dave and Matt, Catherine and Lisa. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £3,250. But before we play the head-to-head, shall we see if we can't fill that jackpot up a little bit and put a bit more money in? We just have to find some pointless answers, just for a bit of fun. Here goes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many characters in Shakespeare plays as they could. Richard?
Yeah, there'll be 6 names on the board. 2 of them will be pointless answers in this category, and 2 of them will be incorrect answers. Just pick a pointless answer, we'll add £250 to the jackpot, see if you can get both the pointless answers at home.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, so let's put 6 potential Shakespeare characters up on the board. 2 of these are incorrect, and of the 4 that are correct, 2 are pointless. Judith, Paris, Jessica, Ariel, Touchstone, Quilp. There we are. Dave and Matt, do all your chatting out loud, because it's in everyone's interest to get this right.
I honestly don't know any of them.
We might as well just have a pop, see how we feel.
Yeah. What are we going for?
You can do the honours.
OK, I'll go with Judith.
Judith, says Dave. Let's see. Judith, is it pointless? No. Bad luck. Nothing lost. Just a bit of fun. Catherine and Lisa, do you want to see if you can find a pointless answer there?
Do you know any?
No, but
I think Paris is.
yeah, I think
but
Touchstone is. But
Touchstone might be. I didn't know that.
but Quilp sounds like it could be. And
Ariel's in like one of the Disney movies. I don't think it's
Yeah.
that.
what do you think?
But maybe. I think Touchstone if you think it is.
Okay,
Go for that.
Touchstone.
Touchstone. You were going to say Touchstone. Is it pointless, though, Touchstone? It's definitely right.
Well done.
It is pointless. There we are. Very well done indeed. Pointless. Touchstone. 250 quid.
Yeah, very nice. Well done. It's from As You Like It, Touchstone. So that's £250 in the jackpot. Judith. Shakespeare didn't call any of his characters Judith, but he did call his daughter Judith. Wow. So when it really mattered, he liked the name all of a sudden. There is one other pointless answer up there. Very well done at home. If you said the daughter of Shylock in Merchant of Venice.
Jessica.
Jessica. Yeah, that was a pointless answer. The other incorrect answer, I think you were tempted with Quilp. It's a villain in The Old Curiosity Shop by Charles Dickens. And the other 2, Paris and Ariel, both scored you points. There is a Disney princess called Ariel, but I think that was named after Shakespeare had done it. It was, I think it was post-Shakespeare.
Thank you very much indeed. Well done. You managed to find a pointless answer, which means we add 250 quid to the jackpot, taking today's total up to £3,500. But who'll be paying for it? Let's find out in the head-to-head. Now, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Here is your first question. Congregating Creatures is the category. Richard.
We're going to show you 5 pictures now of various creatures congregating. We'll also give you the initials of their names, but what creatures are they, please?
Thank you very much. Can you name these creatures? We've got A, F. B, B. C, G. D, L. And E, E. OK, so, Dave and Matt, you will go first.
Okay. Okie dokie, we're going to go with D and Lima.
OK, D, Lima. And Catherine and Lisa, do you want to talk us through that board?
Not really. A is flamingos. I'm not sure about B or C.
Could B be Barracuda?
I wondered that if it was Barracuda or E, Eider. I think it's Eider.
Eider duck. Yeah, go for that then.
We'll go for E with Eider.
E, Ida. So we have Lima and Ida. Dave and Matt have gone for Lima for D. Let's see how many of our 100 people got that. Lima. Lima's right. That's a high score. 79 for Lima. Catherine and Lisa, you have gone for Ida for E. Let's see if that is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people got Ida. Ida is right, and very well done. That takes you down to 25, and it means after one question, Catherine and Lisa, you are up 1-0.
Very nicely worked out. And now all of these, there's lots of them, and they all have collective nouns for them. Flamingos have a number of collective nouns, including a flamboyance of flamingos or a flurry of flamingos.
Not kidding. I think a flamboyance there.
It's nice. In Scotland, there'd be a McFlurry of flamingos. Would have scored you 92 points. That is a lot of flamingos.
It's a lot, isn't
What
it?
are they up to?
I don't know. Some kind of flamingo party, I think.
A lot of them.
Lot of them.
B, you attempted to say barracuda, and you'd have been right. It is barracuda. Battery of barracuda
Yeah.
would have scored you 21 points. C,
Guillemot.
Guillemot is the right answer. Guillemot is a bazaar of guillemots. That would have scored you 17 points.
Yeah.
Lima is a conspiracy of Lima.
Yes, look at them. That's a conspiracy, definitely.
And Ida, believe it or not, is a quilt of Ida. Genuinely is a quilt of Ida.
Really?
Yeah. It might as well call them a duvet of Ida.
tactless, isn't
And
it?
I think it is a little bit tactless, isn't it?
Yeah.
I presume quite often, these collective nouns which sort of slip into language, I assume they're made up with fun in mind, aren't they? I think.
They must be. They're
not calling them a quilt of Ida for anything other than to
No.
get a cheap laugh.
Yeah, they did. I know. There we are. Anyway, thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, here comes your second question. Now, Dave and Matt, Catherine and Lisa get to answer this one first, but you have got to win this one to stay in the game, so very, very best of luck. Our second question today is all about music hall songs. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to give you the titles now of 5 songs that were popular in the golden age of British music hall, but the last word, we're only giving you the initial letter, but what are these last words, please?
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's reveal our 5 clues. Here they come. Clues to music hall songs. It's a long way to T, Burlington Bertie from B. I've got a lovely bunch of C. The boy I love is up in the G, and a little bit of C. There you go. Catherine and Lisa will go first.
Not maybe our favourite. We'll go for the middle one.
Yep.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. OK, now, Dave and Matt, do you want to talk us through the board?
Definitely not. I think we only know the other obvious one. Well, hopefully obvious. We'll go with the top one. It's a long way to Tipperary.
OK, so we've got coconuts and Tipperary. Catherine and Lisa, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It's right. Oh, 84. That's a high score. Dave and Matt, meanwhile, have gone for It's a Long Way to Tipperary. Let's see how many of our 100 people got that. It's right. Oh, and it wins you the point. Down it goes to 80. Very well done indeed, Dave and Matt. Back in the game. After 2 questions, it's 1-1.
How are you on the rest of these?
I can guess at some of them. Burlington Bertie from Bow, I know that one.
Burlington Bertie from Bow, yep.
The boy I love is up in the...
That would have scored you 21. The boy I love is up in the...
Up in the gods? I don't
gallery.
know.
So
Gallery.
nearly the gods, up in the gallery. Would have scored you 17 now. I mean, fill your boots here.
I mean,
a little bit of...
A little bit of...
Listen, we could be here all day and not
we
get
could,
this.
we could.
It's a little bit of cucumber.
What?
I know, right?
Wow.
Would have scored you 2 points.
Wow.
A little bit of... I don't know that song.
Ah, there we go. OK, now here comes the third question. Whoever wins this one goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. So best of luck to both pairs. Our third question today is all about Shire counties. Richard.
Yep, I can show you the names now of 5 Shire counties, but in the form of anagrams. Can you unscramble them and give us the correct answer, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 Shire counties in anagram form. Here they are. We've got Her Posh Sir, Cheer His, Rickshaw Wire, Berserk High, and Her Mishap. There we are. Now, Dave and Matt will go first.
Yeah, OK.
We're going to go for the top one at Shropshire.
OK, Shropshire for the first one. Shropshire. Now, Catherine and Lisa, do you want to talk us through that board?
So, Cheshire, Warwickshire, Berkshire, Hampshire.
Which one are you going to go for?
Hampshire.
Hampshire. So we've got Shropshire versus Hampshire. Dave and Matt have gone for Shropshire. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Shropshire. Shropshire is right. Takes you down to 55. Meanwhile, Catherine and Lisa have gone for Her Mishap and are saying Hampshire. Let's see how many of our 100 people spotted Hampshire. Hampshire wins the point for you. There it is on 54. Goodness me, that was close. Very well done indeed. Catherine and Lisa, after 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
Well played, both teams. It was really a question of which scored lowest, wasn't it, there? They were kind of easier to work out, and those are the 2 lowest answers on the board as well, so well chosen, both teams. The other scores, Cheshire would have scored you 86. You would have got 58 for Warwickshire and 81 for Berkshire.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, Dave and Matt, it's you. You've been astonishing across the show. Fantastic low scores from you. Thank you so much for playing, Dave and Matt. But for Catherine and Lisa, it is now time for our Pointless final. Congratulations, Catherine and Lisa. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £3,500. Well, what about that? Very well done. First appearance on the show, straight through to the final. Very impressive. What's going to help you take that jackpot home? What do you want to see come up?
Tennis, maybe, or
Some sports stuff for you anyway, isn't it? Maybe films or books, maybe.
Well, it's a bit of a lottery this last round. You never know quite what's going to come up. But let's hope there's something up here you like the look of. 4 things as ever. We have got The League of Gentlemen and Friends, Literary Patricias, Sailing, and Classic Rock Supergroups. What do we think?
Sailing, definitely not. League of Gentlemen, definitely not. Do you think we'd be better going for the books?
I don't know much.
What about classic rock supergroups? Go on. OK, we'll go with the supergroups, reluctantly.
OK, Classic Rock Supergroups.
OK, 3 rock supergroups, of course, formed by members of other groups. We're looking for any track on the very best of Cream from 1995, please. Any tracks on the Travelling Wilburys collection from 2007, or any tracks on So Far by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young in 1974. So probably the 3 most famous supergroups of all time there. We're looking for any tracks on those albums, please. I wish you the very best of luck.
OK, thank you very much indeed. As always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. Just need 1 pointless answer to win. Are you ready? OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Right. Cream, we've got Layla.
Right, fine.
Travelling Wilburys. Is it Handle with Care, Handle Me with Care? That was one.
Right.
What else was it? I don't know anything by Crosby, Stills and Nash.
OK, so Layla.
Handle Me with Care. Try to think what the other one was of the Travelling Wilburys that I kind of maybe half knew.
Go on. Sorry.
Or Cream. I think that's just the one song, actually, that I do know.
Right, OK.
10 seconds
Can you
left.
make up a song? Anyone? No, I just can't think of another one.
OK, that, I'm afraid, is your minute up. I'm so sorry. I don't know if that minute was going to help you if it was any longer, but still.
Really, no.
Let's have your 3 answers. What can you give me?
Layla, hopefully is on the best of Cream.
Layla for Cream.
The Travelling Wilburys, Handle, I don't know if it's Handle with Care or Handle Me with Care.
Can we have both?
You could. You could have
Yeah.
Handle with Care and Handle Me with Care.
because I don't know if...
OK, let's have both of those. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Handle Me with Care.
Handle Me with Care. Least likely to be pointless?
Layla.
Layla. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got Layla, Handle with Care, Handle Me with Care. OK, now, if one of these answers turns out to be pointless and wins you that jackpot, what would you like to do with it? £3,500. Catherine?
I have always wanted to go to South America. I've never been there, so I think I would spend it on a holiday.
That would be lovely. Lisa, how about you?
Well, we're doing some work on our house, and I think I'd maybe do something like buy a nice, big, expensive fridge.
Every time you open it and take something out, you can think of points.
Ice made and things like that.
That's nice. You keep your trophy in it.
Yes.
It'll last longer. OK, so your first answer was Layla. In this case, we were looking for any track on the album The Very Best of Cream. If Layla is pointless, you leave here with £3,500. How many people said Layla? No! I'm afraid not Layla. Incorrect answer. So let's move on to Handle with Care. In this case, we're looking for any track on the Travelling Wilburys collection. If Handle with Care is right and is pointless, you leave here with £3,500. How many people said Handle with Care? Handle with Care is right. So, if Handle with Care can take us all the way down to 0, you leave here with £3,500. Down we go to single figures with Handle with Care. Still going down to 3. That's a wonderful answer. And I fear it has slightly stolen the thunder from our third and final answer, Handle Me with Care. Wow. Keep the air in the bag. OK, yeah, let's just do this. Handle Me with Care, therefore. Yeah, that's as we knew. But there we are. Well, you managed to find one fantastic low-scoring answer there, your second answer, Handle with Care. I'm afraid you didn't manage to find the all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you will have to content yourselves with taking our trophies back to Scotland with you. But it's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much, Catherine and Lisa.
Yeah, well played. You gave yourself a chance there, didn't you? Later was Derek and the Dominoes, which was another Clapton band, not Cream. Now, the tracks from The Very Best of Cream, let's take a look at them. You could have had anyone for tennis, born under... You asked for tennis earlier, didn't you? There you go. Anyone for tennis, born under a bad sign, sitting on top of the world, sweet wine. You could have had deserted cities of the heart. I'm so glad. Politician and we're going wrong. Those were the pointless answers there. Now, the Travelling Wilburys. You could have had Heading for the Light, Last Night, Tweeter and the Monkey Man, Wilbury Twist. Everything pointless there apart from End of the Line, Handle with Care. We've had Congratulations, Dirty World, Margarita, Runaway and She's My Baby. All the other tracks on the album were pointless, so well done if you said one. And only 3 pointless answers for Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and they were Buying the Cost of Freedom, Guinevere and Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. Very well done if you said any of those at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And thank you, Catherine and Lisa. I'm sorry you didn't win the jackpot today. That'll therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £4,500. Join us then, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.